Finally, it's over. Really, it's over. The Lok Sabha 2014 elections ended this past Friday, and India has a new governing party and Prime Minister. With the elections now a thing of the past, reporters can finally get some rest. Counting was on Friday, but there were opinion poll results, exit poll results, and the actual poll results themselves. And we're not going to rest until we wring them clean, string them up, and put them to dry on the clothesline. These elections have seen revolutionary campaign methods, be it the social media blitzkrieg and even the more high-tech stuff like this.
General Kenobi, you must see this droid safely delivered to him on Alderaan. This is our most desperate hour.
Oops. That's Princess Leia from Star Wars. We meant this. We knew Modi's campaign was futuristic, but taking a cue from Star Wars truly pushes the boundary. The only thing he's missing are R2-D2 and C-3PO. Now, Modi's holographic appearances are a first. When it comes to the world of news, there's only one channel for first.
Nandita Suneja is right now in the Congress Party headquarters, but the technology we use, which is 3D animation technology, allows us to bring Nandita Suneja live. Well, Padmaja, there you go. And in the virtual world, we are now going to transport you out. There she's gone.
Brilliant. Holographic reporters? We've said before that loudness and repetition are no longer enough to get TRPs, but this, if news hour debates go the same way, we're going to see stuff like this.
Son, could you put me in 3D for a second? Why, you little! I'll teach you to emulate my sloppiness!
Holograms must be expensive. We just hope Times now doesn't go the way of CNN in the US, who decided to do away with their investigative reporting team for this.
It's true. Spending thousands of dollars on an investigation in Africa is way too expensive, especially when you're already spending thousands of dollars on vital reporting tools like hologram journalists.
Jessica Yellen works at CNN. Why do they need a hologram of her?
That is the stupidest question I've ever heard. Because a hologram Jessica Yellen is cooler than a real Jessica Yellen. Look at you right now. Are you a hologram Cash? Oh no, you're a real Cash. That's much less good.
That doesn't sound good. But we know Times Now won't need to disband their team of investigative reporters because they didn't have any in the first place. So, do holograms equal viewership? NDTV answered that question when Barkha visited the BJP headquarters.
Good to have you here, Manoj. Reminds me of the American campaigns that I've covered.
Barkha! Abhi Barkha! That's Arnab behind you. Cardinal rule of journalism. Never give airtime to your rival channel. Luckily for Barkha, her producer had her covered.
The Indian elections
I'd call it a modern Indian campaign.
A modern Indian campaign.
And this is the start of a new generation.
Barkha must have got it from Pranay. Just look at his face. Because this angle magically changed to this angle. And just for good measure, Barkha decided to call in a favor.
What's happening in the spin room? The only place I've heard that term used is in America.
We're keeping an eye on NDTV.
Only NDTV?
Only NDTV.
We promise to not disappoint.
Barkha, hate to break it to you, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Have you seen this?
Sir, don't be friendly with this man. Few minutes he attacked you many times. You should have heard his last words after you left.
सब ध्यान में रहता है. मेरी टीम वीडियो रिकॉर्ड करती है.
If Times Now's holographic coverage was drawing viewers in the BJP headquarters, how were other channels keeping pace?
Now remember, here the BJP fought by itself.
Wait, Cartoon Network was covering the elections.
That's Headlines Today.
Oh, same thing. Headlines Today's exit poll graphics were, pata nahi, but there was something else that just didn't add up.
25 plus 69 plus 17 equals 111.
Surely that's a typo, right? But it was enough to bring the AAP conspiracy brigade to the party, and they were led by...
Is Arun Puri's group incompetent to do polls, or do they take money to do polls? Arun Puri owes an explanation.
Madhu, does your brother take money?
Does your friend do drugs?
Madhu, does your brother take money?
Does your friend do drugs?
What do you mean, does he do drugs?
He hallucinates and sees conspiracies everywhere he looks. Arvind, whoever brings you bad news...
No man, person or Greek, no man threatens a messenger.
This is India. not. There was no distraction from the exit poll coverage. The only alternative was the IPL, but we couldn't watch one without missing the other. Luckily, to merge the best of both worlds, there's always CNN-IBN's Rajdeep.
It's the Indian political league. I'm wondering then who's the Glenn Maxwell of this election who suddenly comes and turns around this election, and which is the team which is going to be like Chennai Super Kings, which has been consistent. You're looking for the Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Glenn Maxwell's come and hit a few sixes, but you want someone, when you have to get to 272 in an election, you need a Mahendra Singh Dhoni.
Before you judge him, remember, it's in his blood. If Rajdeep ever decides to switch careers, he can always do this.
Well, perseverance will always pay. Bold, lock, stock and barrel.
Rajdeep might have been distracted, but we must compliment him on the layout of CNN-IBN screen, which to our mind was the least distracting of the lot. But enough of aesthetics. What we really care about are the numbers. So what did everyone's exit polls say? And who got it right after counting day? We're surprised you even asked. Times Now is the obvious number one at getting it wrong. No! Since they got it wrong, what did they do? Were they as transparent as they expect our politicians and everybody else to be? No! They hide it. They upload it with great fanfare, and when they are wrong, they remove it. Where is your mega exit poll? The nation wants to know. Sher Geedar kaise ban gaya yaar? Arnab, not putting it up after you got it wrong does not add to your credibility. It takes away from it. Besides, exit polls aren't ever accurate in India. They can't be, because here in Apna Desh, no one ever really tells you what they really think. They tell you what they think you want to hear. Americans eat, Russians drink, the French don't bathe, the Brits don't brush, and we lie. Was that take okay, Niku?
It was perfect, flawless, like your complexion, and you're looking so youthful.
Right.
Amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Typical Desi. Okay. Always tell the truth.
Yeah.
Makan Baj, photo. So Times Now got it wrong. Chanakya, on the other hand, took home the bragging rights once again. We don't know how they do it, but great job. CNN-IBN, though clearly didn't trust the results of their own exit poll, so they decided to look for answers in other places.
Astrologers in Varanasi are telling Priyanka Dubey what the stars hold for Narendra Modi.
कुंडलियों के आधार पर ये कह रहे हैं कि हमारा आने वाले जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर हैं वो नरेंद्र मोदी होने वाले हैं।
उनके ग्रह युगों की जो व्यवस्था है वो अति उत्तम दिखाई पड़ रही है, जो यह बता रहा है कि उन्हें देश का सर्वोच्च सत्ता का पद शीघ्र ही प्राप्त होने जा रहा है।
At least the astrologer got it right. But did anyone really need astrology to figure that one out? Was this news or just an attempt to fill in gaps between other attempts at news? But CNN-IBN wasn't alone. They had this gem from NDTV India for company.
एक चीज बताइए, जो लड्डू बन रहा है किस लिए आप लोग बना रहे हैं? किसके लिए? जनता के लिए। जनता के लिए। जनता के लिए। हाँ जी। अच्छा, आप बता थोड़ी देर पहले बता रहे कि मोदी के लड्डू बना रहे हैं, मोदी भी आएंगे, उनको भी खिलाएंगे आप लोग? बिल्कुल खिलाएंगे साहब। खिलाएंगे। अच्छा, आपको कैसा लग रहा है? लड्डू बना रहे हैं आप उनके लोगों के लिए? अच्छा लग रहा है। अच्छा लग रहा है।
Wow. Investigative journalism is alive and well in India. But was NDTV 24/7 any better? Especially with expert opinions from Shobha Dey.
And as far as Jayalalitha is concerned, she's really Narendra Modi in a sari, or you can say Narendra Modi is a Jayalalitha in drag.
And Shobha Dey is Chetan Bhagat in drag. At least the Laddu report was sweet. This, after what seemed like an eternity of exit poll reruns and filler reports like these, it was finally counting day, and the results had BJP supporters dancing with joy.
हम मोदी जी को लाने वाले हैं, अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं, ओ अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं.
Barkha, I said BJP supporters.
Which is us. If you don't run in the arch, just shut up and march. Come on. Dance.
No, why?
You want an interview or not?
आने वाले हैं, ओ अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं. Dance. अच्छे आने वाले हैं, ओ अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं।
Now, India has a new rock star.
सबका साथ, सबका साथ, सबका साथ।
मोदी जी, अपनी उम्र का थोड़ा सा लिहाज तो करो. Or maybe not. While Modi celebrated in Vadodara on CNN IBN, Mani Shankar Iyer, in keeping with his Doon School, Stephen's Oxbridge gentlemanly etiquette, was ever gracious in defeat.
Aren't you being yet again excessively harsh? Haven't you learnt your lesson, some would say, from your chaiwala remark earlier?
First, I never used the word chaiwala, and that remark has been distorted. I have the highest respect for the profession of chaiwalas, and I just think that Modi is a disgrace to it.
We shudder to think how much worse the Congress would have done if they hadn't kept him away from the media for the last few months. Still, it's hard to be surprised by that when this is how Mani's fearless leader had appeared on all the television channels.
हमारी पार्टी के खिलाफ है. हम मतदाताओं के इस फैसले का विनम्रते हैं कि केंद्र में जो समझौता नहीं करेगी. मैं और आदर्शों के लिए हमेशा संघर्ष.
Wait a minute, what is he so happy about? Rahul, your party has been decimated. You are the worst thing to happen to the Congress party. Does anyone tell these people the truth? Was that okay? Am I looking okay?
Perfect. Flawless and very youthful and very young.
Good. Rahul, stop reminding India why they voted for Modi. While Rahul used the election results as an opportunity to showcase his cluelessness, NDTV used their election result program to show Times Now and Headlines Today that they too had a graphics team.
Well, just look at that Lok Sabha. That's the future Lok Sabha 2014.
Same old NDTV, same, but boring. How come NDTV didn't spend any money on this election?
I think they're saving it for the lawyers.
Oh. If you can't have an animated panel, at least get an animated audience, right? Now, everyone who saw that introduction witnessed history, because that is the first and the last time you will ever see perfect attendance in Parliament. But even if the animated Lok Sabha was full, NDTV's poll figures were, well...
Percentage points here and there. BJP and its allies, 39%.
We're 99% sure that should have added up to 100. But you're the psephologist, Pranoy, and if Pranoy's parliament had less than 543 seats, CNN IBN decided to give us more. Overexcited, huh, guys? We were too. So were the newspapers. चाहे कुछ हो जाए, टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया की दुकान 24 घंटे खुली रहती है. Your motto shouldn't be let truth prevail. It should be let ads retail. Meanwhile, Open Magazine tried to embrace the Reich. I mean, right, with this, which incidentally is the same title as this, which happens to be a movie about this.
Ihr musstet als Partei.
Talk about being open-minded about change. Modi ji, with friends like this, you don't need enemies. And then there was CNN IBN's Bhupendra Chaubey, who was busy practicing in the hopes of an interview with the new Prime Minister.
ये जो मोदी मास्क जो आपने लगाया हुआ है, ये जरा हमको लगा के दिखाई जाए.
बिल्कुल देखिए आप मोदी मास्क
ये ऐसे करीबन कितने मास्क होंगे बनारस में?
करीब 10 लाख मास्क होंगे. 10 लाख मास्क होंगे.
इसमें सांस वास कैसे लेते हैं आप?
हाँ Bhupinder, didn't get the real thing, तो इसी से काम चला दे. He was practicing for an interview with Modi. Barkha, on the other hand, was practicing to host next year's Republic Day parade coverage. Yes.
There in the distance is the open truck in which you can see Ajay Rai, the Congress candidate from here, and Rahul Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi waving to the crowds there.
The President of India, Shri Pranab Mukherjee, accompanied by the Honourable Chief Guest, Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister of Japan.
And these are people lining the streets here. You can also see them on the terrace here, people looking on from their terraces.
And this is a shot of the beginning of the marching contingents.
Live shots there of the Rahul Gandhi cavalcade. He's travelling there in an open jeep.
And that is Colonel Pankaj Chaturvedi smartly saluting the President.
Barkha, this is television, not radio. We can see what's happening. Give us something we don't know. Cynics use the adage, all politicians are the same. And last time on Clothesline, we saw just that when the Times of India mixed up Jaswant Singh, Yashwant Singh and Yashwant Sinha. This time around, we had the Economic Times who did this. Smooth. If this trend with newspapers keeps going, it won't be long before you see stuff like this. But News Laundry already did that last one when they confused this Madhu with that Madhu. If you had to confuse me with any Madhu, why not this Madhu?
Madhu, she's dead.
I'd rather be dead. That's not too mean, right? Will I get trolled again?
Not at all. We'll get a lot of appreciation from this. All Madhu Kishwar's fans will say, well done. Nice.
Okay.
Rahul Babu ki jai ho.
Jai ho. Well, that's a wrap for the week. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. If you have any moments from journalism that made you go, oh wow, or oh crap, write to us or tweet to us. We are the change. You are the change, for better or worse. Never do nothing. Stay connected. Stay online.